Lawyers, this is your time to be on the right side of history. If you are a blood-bought believer of Jesus Christ and you are a lawyer, this is your time. Never before in our history have we seen a mass exodus out of the D9 organizations like we've been seeing right now. And it's a beautiful thing, especially with God warning us that our idols were going to fall. The King of Glory is here and he is taking back his glory, no matter how anybody feels about it. But what I've been seeing is lawyers that are in D9 organizations going live on social media, telling people how to, telling their organizations how they should sue the people that are publicly denouncing. And here's what I would like to say about this. Anytime you see somebody demanding your silence, that's a trademark of witchcraft. This is why molestation, rape, and incest has been able to ravage your bloodline for generations, because it depends on the silence of those being molested to stay silent. And then they expects their children to stay silent and their children's children to stay silent. And this is why this thing has flooded your generation for years. It's the same with spiritual witchcraft in church. Spiritual abuse in church is also spearheaded by the silence of members who refuse to speak out. That way, you're not warning the other people about the warning flags of staying out. So anytime you see people demanding your silence, I need you to know that that is a trademark of hell, especially when God has told his watchmen to cry loud and to spare not. I think we often look at the word cry loud, but we don't really take into consideration that the word spare not means no matter how you feel about this, I am not going to spare your feelings. As publicly as I joined this organization in disobedience and in rebellion to God in front of the masses, that I made people under me feel like it was okay to do it, is as publicly as I'm going to denounce, because heaven and earth not only is going to record it, but the people watching me is going to record this day that I chose God over an organization. The other issue I have is the hazing process. Obviously, I've talked to quite a lot of people that have denounced. And I've heard of men that were taken into the woods, woke up, their butthole was bleeding because they were sodomized as a part of their hazing process. Obviously, I've heard of very destructive, damaging, heinous things that were done to women as part of their hazing process. And at this point, we're dealing with gang members, okay? Apparently, everybody is a part of a gang, and that's why they want to fight, intimidate, and bully like they're a part of a gang. But guess who you won't bully? Nobody that believes in Jesus Christ. Because before you think you can bully them, you have to go up against their God, right? And if God be God, you're the one that's on the wrong side of history. There is a showdown happening right now. And lawyers, this is your time, if you are a blood-bought believer of Jesus Christ, to get on live, every social media platform, and tell these believers who are denouncing how to protect themselves. It takes a lot of courage to come out against organizations as big as this. Let's not leave them by themselves. Intercessors, I want you to stand up. I want you to begin to bombard heaven for their protection. And lawyers, I need you to cry loud and spare not and tell these believers how to be protected. We are not standing for intimidation and bullying, not in this generation. This is a generation that seeks God's face. This is a generation that fears God. And this is a generation that's going to dismantle idols and altars, no matter how you feel about it. God bless you all, and never forget that you are forever covered by God.